Ang lahat ng bagay sa mundong ito ay may panahon at oras. Panahon na ipanganak, panahon na mamatay, panahon na magtanim, panahon na mag-ani, panahon na manggiba, at panahon na gumawa. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mayor, maayong hapon sa kaninyong tanan. Sa mga kababayan ng aking agum ay Diyos marhay na hapon sa Indogabos. Lasal Brothers, Rappler, Mariresa, of course, DZRH, thank you very much for this opportunity. Ito pong panahon na to ay panahon ng pagsusuri. Panahon po na may bulaos o daan sa ating harap or a crossroads that wherein we will have to decide. And the more information you get regarding the candidates, the better. Some people say there's premature campaigning. But in the US, 2 years before, simula na yung sa primary, a year later, panay mga debate, by the time that you elect someone, you know them inside and out. No? Sa ating bansa po, iba, you always get surprises. So kanina, pagtanong ni Mayor, tinatanong ko kay Mayor, Mayor, bakit wala tayong kadebate? Akala ko may kadebate tayo. Sabi ko, baka naman natakot, akala barilan. Hindi naman yung usapan, debate lang naman, barilan ng ideas lang. Everywhere we go, ang sabi lang naman ni Mayor, kung hindi ka namang kriminal at hindi ka korap, huwag matakot. Kung sa korap, isang presidential candidate lang naman dapat matakot. Naman tayo, sa bagay, wala rin siya dito. Pero, if we talk about political maturity, we have to come a time where we stop just mouthing it's about the issue, it's about the advocacy, but you decide whether or not you will debate on whether or not there is a risk and whether or not you will make a mistake and it will cost you your presidency. No? Mayor talked about the why. Mayor Duterte told you, we believe we are creations of the Lord. He believes in a better Philippines. We can do much better. He believes that we shouldn't be oppressed. Whether it's by the criminals, the corrupt, or by the government itself, hindi dapat tayo ma-oppress. Yun po yung why. Let me talk a little bit about the how, again, under the instructions of Mayor Duterte and as we discussed in the program. Para maalala nyo, simple lang, peace and order 24/7, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Peace to talking to the Muslim rebels, to the left, to the right, to any group to end any kind of discrimination in our country. Discrimination because of religion, discrimination because of race, discrimination because of gender, discrimination because of social status. Peace and order because criminals have taken over. Go to the streets, even in the subdivisions. No? Alam mo, half of our kababayans believe that baka atakihin sila ng addict anytime. Half of our people, SWS po to, 48 to 52% believe that anytime at night, pwedeng akyatin ng bahay mo, pwede kang nakawan, and half of the people believe or actually worry about a relative coming home late at night. That is a reality. Alam niyo po, ang naririnig niyo po minsan ay yung patayan. Simple lang ang ibig sabihin po ni Mayor doon, and he spoke about it already. He will enforce the law. 1,000 times he said, no extrajudicial killing, we will follow the Constitution. What you haven't seen is Exhibit A. The 911 in Davao City. What you haven't seen is the CCTV cameras. What you haven't seen is the intelligence and order of battle. The mayor is very strategic and very tactical. He will not go out in the streets at bunutin mo yan, patayin mo yan, kunin mo yan. Hindi po. He will know beforehand sino po ang pusher dito sa lugar na to. Saan nagbebenta? Mag-buy-bust tayo. Kapag ka hindi lumaban, hulihin mo yan. Pagka lumaban, alam mo na gagawin mo. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he just says it differently. But everywhere in the world, yun na po ang utos sa law enforcers. Sa law enforcers all over the world, pag sinabing put your hands up at hindi mo tinaas ang kamay mo and you go for the gun, the law enforcer is authorized to shoot. Unfortunately sa atin, sa takot nila, dahil sila na yung police, sila pa yung makakasuhan, hindi lang human rights, sa korte, masususpend, pamilya nila walang kakainin. And do you know how much the pay of the police is? Ang starting po ng police is 14,800 pesos. Now, let's stop criticizing for 1 minute. Imagine you were a PNP official. 14,800 ang sweldo mo. ang cost of living in Metro Manila, assuming a family of 5, no? 3 children, isang asawa. Isang asawa lang para sa police. Sabihin po natin gano'n, no? 35,000. So on your first day of work, kulang ka na ng 20,000. So what do you tell your wife? Darling, may sakit ka, hindi kita pwedeng pagamot dahil kulang ng 20,000 budget ko? What do you tell your mother? Na hindi kita mabili ng wheelchair o hindi kita madala sa ospital dahil wala? What do you tell your children? Anak, huwag ka na muna mag-aral. I'm not saying corruption is correct. I'm not saying pangungotong is correct. But if you want to get rid of corruption and you want an effective police force, the only solution is the Duterte solution of raising their pay between 50 to 100,000 pesos. On Facebook and on social media, sabi sa amin, Sir, bakit ho hindi yung mga doktor? Bakit ho hindi yung nurses? Bakit ho hindi yung teachers? The mayor has made public pronouncement about professionals getting bigger pay. But he also knows hindi mo pwedeng itaas sabay-sabay lahat. So yung iba na nangako sa inyo na lahat itataas sabay-sabay nang bobola. Because hindi kaya. At doon naman nagsasabi sa yung hindi itataas, then they will not solve corruption. So Mayor said immediately he will meet the cost of living and within a year, he will meet the 75,000. And after the police have shapen up, after he removes the elements who are dirty in the police, and everyone has the dignity, no, of being a law enforcer and does their job, yung investments pumapasok, yung revenues tumataas, then we can increase the pay of others. Going to the second, so first is peace and order, second po is regional development going to federalism. The mayor has said that it will take 6 months to maybe 3 or 4 years to convert to federalism. When you hear federalism po, ang naiisip nyo, yung power structure, no? Yung pong USA or Federal Republic of Germany. Many do not know that economically, China followed the federal system. Bawat region sa China at bawat city was given authority, money, and the confidence to decide on itself in investments, in giving incentives, no? And can you show the slide of Metro Manila, no? Many of you don't know that traffic ang Metro Manila, baha ang Metro Manila, masikip ang Metro Manila because 19,000 per square kilometer na sa Metro Manila, the closest is Calabarzon is less than 1,000. Everywhere else, it's less than 500 people. And if you watch TV, ang solusyon parate, build more roads, ayusin yung baha. Why is this happening? Because a congressman, a mayor, an ambassador, a reporter, matatraffic, mababaha, will complain, and everyone gives the same answer. Dagdagan yung infrastructure. Eh, nandito tayo lahat sa Metro Manila. And the politicians are too afraid to tell the media because they're all based here, and it's too long to explain, that kaya tayo ganito sa Metro Manila because the more traffic, the more roads, the more cars, and the more workers you'll get from Calabarzon, from Bicol, from Pampanga, and everything. When they get here, ang ganda pala ng eskwelahan dito. Ang ganda pala ng health center. You know how much we spend in Metro Manila? 1 trillion of the 3 trillion budget. 1 trillion. Anywhere we go, ang sinasabi, Mayor, kailangan pa ba kami mag-abroad? Mayor, ato pa ba kaming Manila o ato pa ba kaming Cebu o Davao para lang makahanap ng trabaho? Do we have to go there? They want work in their own place. But everywhere in the Philippines, the budget is only 2 to 4%. 1 trillion goes to Metro Manila. So just by having regional development, for example, Cebu, if we allowed them 10 years ago to bid out their own projects, they will have an MRT by now. If you allowed Mindanao to bid out their own projects, you will have a 200-kilometer railway system by now. Why don't we have it? Ang priority kasi ng Malacanang is BBL, 100 billion a year. 86 billion lang po yung railway. It was on the desk of NED already. In 2012, Phase 1 was already approved. There was already a foreign study on the feasibility. But since Manila politicians decide for Ilocos, Bicol, Pampanga, we can't even make the right decisions for Metro Manila. How can we make the right decisions for the whole country? Ano po sabi ni Senator Chis Escudero? Ang po Escudero daw naniniwala federalism cannot work. So what's their alternative? We're offering a different economic program, but they cannot offer something better, just motherhood statements. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, equality under the law. So peace and order, 24/7, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, regional development, inclusive economy leading to federalism, and equality under the law. Simply put, lahat tayo takot sa batas, pero lahat tayo protektado sa batas. So passing a law and enforcing the law na bawal na ang contractualization. Because yung mga 40, 50 years old, hindi na makakuha ng trabaho, yung 20 to 40 years old na hindi nakapag-college, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, tinatanggal sa trabaho. That's an example. If you go to the jail, 50% po na nakakulong, drug-related. Halos lahat po, walang abogado. Walang equality under the law in our country. We will be unveiling our economic plan, other plans as we go on the campaign. It's more than 100 days. If we give everything today at one time, hindi rin naman ma-digest. And we really want to spark a debate, no? Hindi yung drama-drama sa TV, kung hindi yung tunay na debate about it. Mayor mentioned exhibits. Exhibit A, Davao. Please visit. I learned through Rappler, I didn't even know, that Davao is 3 times bigger than Metro Manila. So yung mga nagsasabing, mayor lang naman si Duterte. Paano magiging presidente? Exhibit A, Davao is 3 times bigger than Metro Manila. It was at one point in time a killing field. The left, the right, the military, the NPAs, the religious conflict because of the Muslims and the Christians in the area. Many, many problems. But 30 years later, people who are there are happy being one of the safest cities in the world. Exhibit B, the city of Taguig. They said when we promised free education, it is not possible. In the city of Taguig po na ngayon, 140,000 students, libre po ang sapatos, ang pantalon, ang shirt, 2 pantalon o palda, 3 pang itaas, bag, notebook, health kit. So ang bata walang excuse na hindi pumasok. More effective than conditional cash transfer. No fees for graduation, togas, for even their junior, senior prom is completely catered and free with a live streaming so their OFW parents can watch them. When they graduate, they're given 10,000 peso coupon, which can be elevated to 50,000 to pick their school of choice, TESDA. It can also be in SUC, or we have a local college where everything is free. And how many cities around the country, siguro mga 50 po, can afford to do this? But ang problema na sa Metro Manila lahat ng pera. So we have experimented in many things. In health, 7 out of 10 people die without seeing a doctor. Tumawag ka ng 911 sa Davao City, you will see a doctor right away. Personal experience po namin. Yung pamangkin po namin, hindi alam ni Mayor to. Ang anak ng ate ko, bumped his head, nahulog, nabuksan yung trunk, he was playing, nahulog, buti lang hindi umaandar sa sasakyan. We brought him to the hospital, tinignan siya, sabi wag na i-MRI, he's okay. And when we were paying, gulat kami sa sagot ng doktora. It was a private hospital. Sir, bata yan. We have to take care of him. Magagalit sa amin si Mayor kung magcha-charge pa kami dyan. We didn't call. Same thing sa taxi driver. One of my staff took and said, boss, nang mamadali ako. Pakibilisan. Sabi niya, sir, may speed limit. Kala namin, sabi niya, parang Singapore, mahal ang fine. Hindi, sabi niya, sir, nakakaya po kay Mayor kung i-break namin. There is no fear in Davao. There is love. There is respect. There is pride. In the city of Taguig, if you have diabetes or a heart problem and you're poor, you don't have to line up for the medicine. We bring it to your house. Because we have a GIS system, which they use in Thailand and other cities, where every 3 months we go to your house and ask, sino may trabaho, sino wala, anong sakit, and everything. Exhibit C, the local government code. Let me pay tribute today. Senator Nene Pimentel, the father of the local government code, is here today. Pork barrel would be king today if not for the local government code. Successes of Makati, Quezon City, Davao, Cebu City, all the large cities, part of the success is leadership like Mayor Duterte, but part of the success is the local government code of 1991, which devolved power to them. 25 years later, it's time to devolve more power going to federalism. That is Exhibit A, B, and C. And since I've seen the last 2 minutes, let me just share a personal note. No? Let me put it this way. No? I communicate better when I try to be funny. So, meron pong politiko, tumatakbong presidente, pumunta po sa pare, Father, forgive me for I have sinned. Malapit na ang kampanyahan, so gusto kong mangumpisal. Sabi, anak, ano pong kasalanan mo? Tatakbo po akong presidente. Hindi kasalanan yun, anak. Ano kasalanan mo? He remained silent. So, yung pari na nagtanong, babayero ka ba? Hindi po, sir. Corrupt ka ba? Hindi po, Father. Ikaw ba'y nagnanakaw sa government? Hindi po. Inefficient ka ba? Hindi po, Father. Pumapatay ka ba? Hindi po, Father. Ano kasalanan mo? Ba't ka nangungumpisal? Sinungaling po ako, Father. Sabi, well, this is your penance. Do this and do that, but promise me you won't do it again. Father, I can't lie to you. I cannot promise you I won't do it again. But I will tell the people I will not do it again. And you have candidates like that. Then another candidate came and said, Father, forgive me for I have sinned. Ano kasalanan mo? Father, nagmumura ako. Father, may pinatay akong kriminal dahil kidnapper sila. Father, minsan kahinaan ko na rin. Maganda, kaya medyo naligawan ko. Nagmura ka? Opo, Father. Minsan nga po, nadamay pati si Pope, pero hindi ko naman sinasadya. Tsaka, yun lang ang nilabas ng TV pero hindi naman yun ang minumura ko, yung traffic minumura ko. Sabi po nung pare, Mayor Rodi, ikaw ba yan? Opo, Father. Mayor, ang penitensya mo, serve the Filipino people and clean our streets of criminals. Lastly, Mayor Rodi said, if in 6 months, January 1, 2017, you do not feel safer, that more than half of the pushers have either stopped or are gone from this world, that you cannot walk the streets feeling safe, and within 6 months, you are not satisfied with him, he will resign. I will join him. Pagbibintangan niyo pa kung resign sa kanya, ako magiging presidente, kung mananalo. But I will give him my full support. For those of you who have doubts, don't even vote for me, but vote for him. Why? Vice President is just there to support, to agenda, to help. The President has the power, and a right President can really make meaningful change. So let me tell you this from the heart. As a person who served government for 23 years, who has both the experience, but is not blemished by corruption, and has always been truthful to you, I wanted to run for president. I was offered by more than 2 of those running now to run for the vice president. And I think they can make a difference, but a small difference. Just something better. But when I went to see the mayor, not knowing if he's going to run or not knowing kung kukunin niya ako hindi, sabi ko, Mayor, I believe you can change this country. Kung tatakbo ka, sayong-sayo na kami. I was with my family. And ladies and gentlemen, mga kapwa ko sa lista, I urge you, support this man. Give him 6 months. He will not disappoint you. Good afternoon. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.